Have you ever wondered who the first inhabitants of America were? The common theme among many scholars, especially ones of European descent, is that these first inhabitants were the Mongoloid people who crossed the Bering Strait from Asia. But is that really the case? The mainstream media often displays the first settlers of America as Mongoloid peoples trekking across icy land bridges from Asia. However, archaeological and biological evidence begs to differ. Let's take a trip to South Carolina, where in 2004 a discovery was made that rocked the foundations of this widely accepted theory. Professor and archaeologist Dr. Albert Goodyear uncovered an ancient campsite dating back an astounding 51,100 years. This site, located near the Savannah River, less than 30 miles from the Atlantic Ocean, held artifacts and remnants of a campfire buried 4 meters below the surface. Dr. Goodyear declared this site as the oldest radiocarbon-dated site of human activity in North America. This brings us to a burning question. If the so-called first inhabitants, the Clovis people, arrived between 12,000 and 15,000 years ago, then who does this 51,000-year-old campfire belong to? But before we get into this epic story, we want to take a quick second to tell you about our special limited time offer. We are giving away free copies of our newest book, 13 Black Scholars Who Admitted There Were Black People in the Americas Before Columbus. This exclusive offer is our way of saying thank you for your incredible support. Dive deep into history with us and uncover truths that challenge what we've been taught. But hurry, this offer won't last forever. Click the link in the description and grab your free copy. Now let's get back to the video. Many scholars argue that ancient people could not have traveled the seas, since they lacked seafaring technology. But is that really true? Let's dive into some compelling evidence that suggests otherwise. Take, for instance, the Bradshaw boat paintings in Australia. These paintings of ancient vessels date back a staggering 50,000 years. Then there are the man-made tools discovered on the island of Crete. These artifacts have been carbon dated to an astonishing 130,000 years ago. And let's not forget the Nubian and Chad pottery art showcasing ships, a testament to seafaring knowledge dating back over 5,000 years. But even without such technology, ancient people could have traversed the oceans. How, you ask? Well, the answer lies in the powerful currents of the Atlantic and the Pacific Ocean. These natural marine conveyor belts could transport anything that floats from one continent to another. So, it seems that ancient people didn't necessarily need advanced technology to cross the seas. They just needed something that could float. If ancient people could cross the seas, could they have left a genetic imprint on the Americas? Let's explore this fascinating question. Scientific studies have found intriguing genetic connections between Native Americans and Africans. One such link exists between the Fijians of South America and the Khoisan people of sub-Saharan Africa. These two groups, separated by thousands of miles of ocean, share the same 174 and D haploid groups. These distinct genetic markers offer compelling evidence that these populations may share a common ancestry. Yet how could such a connection be possible given their geographical separation? The answer could lie in the powerful ocean currents that could have carried ancient seafarers from Africa to the Americas. The genetic evidence does not lie. The similarities in the genetic markers of these disparate groups suggest a shared heritage that predates known histories. These genetic connections suggest that the first inhabitants of America might have come from Africa, not Asia. So, what does all this evidence suggest about the first inhabitants of America? We've delved into the compelling findings of Dr. Albert Goodyear, who unearthed an ancient campsite dating back 51,000 years, long before the arrival of the Clovis people. We've explored the undeniable proofs of early seafaring, debunking the idea that our ancestors lacked the means to traverse the vast oceans. The Bradshaw boat paintings in Australia, tools discovered on Crete, and the ancient Nubian and Chad pottery art all point to a world much more interconnected than we once believed. We've also examined the fascinating genetic links between Native Americans and Africans, connections that continue to endure today. All these pieces of evidence point towards a riveting theory: America's ancient black roots. While this is a theory that challenges commonly accepted beliefs, the evidence certainly provides food for thought. Perhaps it's time to rethink who the first inhabitants of America really were. This journey through America's hidden past is just beginning. If this glimpse into a world lost to time has captured your imagination, smash that like button, and don't forget to subscribe for more adventures into the unknown. Lastly, for more information about the names and subjects mentioned in this video, get your copy of the Amazon best-selling book series, 19 White Men Who Admitted There Were Indigenous Black People in the Americas, and 13 Black Scholars Who Admitted There Were Black People in the Americas Before Columbus by Chase McGee. Link in the description. Stay curious and keep exploring.